In the world of animated films, we often talk about, obviously, the Toy Stories, understandably, the big Disney films, understandably, but very quietly, when some of the great animated films of all time come up, you'll never hear the name How to Train Your Dragon until somebody brings it up. And then people go, oh yeah, all of the How to Train Your Dragon films are great.
They're all great.
And not just great animated films, they're great films. I have a soft spot in my heart for movies about fathers and sons. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I love the original Kenneth Branagh Thor movie so much or whatever. But I love these movies. They have a way of making your heart smile. They're visually delightful. When he's, what's the name of the dragon again? The
Toothless.
Toothless, right. Yeah. Like the scenes, especially in the first one, the visuals of them soaring through the clouds together are like awe-inspiring and just overwhelming you, and they're great. And now it's being reported that despite there being just a couple of rumors the last couple of years, it's official. They are making a live action How to Train Your Dragon movie. And here's the kicker. The original filmmaker of the animated films is coming in to direct, write, and produce these in live action. And I'll tell you what, I never would have thought of this before, but once I saw this news, my thought was, this is the perfect animated film to try to do in live action. I really do. More than most animated films, I think this is a perfect type of movie to adapt into live action. It's going to be expensive, ain't going to be cheap to do. But you do this thing right, this could be visually astounding. You could do such incredible world building in here. Can you imagine seeing a flight of 1,000 dragons up in the sky and stuff like that? But just the scenes of, I don't know. You know what I'm seeing here? I'm seeing Timothée Chalamet riding that dragon right now. That's what I'm seeing. Anyway, you've got these scenes, these aerial things, but also this connection. And then you get in, you know what? Gerard Butler can actually play the role of the father. Gerard Butler, of course, does the voice of his dad in the movie. You could actually have him play the father. Look, I think this is a terrific idea. Will it translate well? Maybe not. Not all animated. We just talked about this. Not everyone can be Aladdin, because the Aladdin translation was fantastic. Sometimes they turn out to be Maleficent or something else like that. But I'll tell you what, if there is a great movie to try to do a live action interpretation of, I really do think this is the one to do it. And I've got a lot of hopes for it. And I think it's going to make a lot of fans of the original films very, very excited to know that Dean is going to be actually coming in to write, direct, and produce these things too. That's going to give a lot of comfort to people going to bed tonight. Anyway, Rob, you hear about this. Do you like the idea of trying to do a How to Train Your Dragon live action?
Look, as you said, this is a great franchise. I actually own... I still am a fan of home 3D. I think the first one in 3D, Blu-ray 3D, and the 3D on this film is incredible. Everything about this franchise is delightful, and the fact that they're bringing the actual creator, because look, even though they're going to do a live action film, a lot of this is visual effects, and a lot of this you have to have that kind of understanding to pull it off. It's a great move to do this. When Disney made Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, they brought over Andrew Adamson, the director of the Shrek movies, to do the film. And it really, because there were so many animated creatures, and a lot of the characters were like the centaurs were half live action and half animation. So you needed somebody who really could wrap their heads around how to do all that. And it really makes sense. I think this is a huge move, and I think this movie is going to be something special. This goes right to the top of the fantasy films I'd get excited about, only because I think they made the right choice to get the director, who already proved himself 3 previous times, to do a live action version. It's great.
It's funny too, because this was one of those films, this is one of those franchises. The third one ended perfectly.
Yeah.
Like with them going off to find it was a perfect ending. Every film felt like you were back home in that world, yet had a new, fresh story to tell. It continued to evolve. This is the key relationship here. It continued to evolve this relationship, the relationship between the father and son as well. I love these films, and I'm so excited that they're doing this. It's a big roll of the dice, because there are a million ways, Rob, that this could go bad.
Yes.
This could go bad a lot of different ways, but I love that Universal is going to take a swing at it. I'm excited to see it. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? They are going to be making a live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. I personally think this is a great idea. Can't guarantee it's going to work. Never can. But I think if you're going to roll the dice, this is a pretty good one to do it with. How do you guys feel about it? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but sometimes life gets you bogged down and you may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you know you can. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you, because when you're feeling at your best, the challenges that life throws at you don't disappear, but you're more prepared to take on those challenges. Guys, you know I've been saying for a long time that we need to start prioritizing our mental health as much as we do our physical health. When we dedicate ourselves to going to the gym and looking after ourselves, we see that as a great step forward for us physically. Well, it's time for us to start taking care of ourselves mentally as well. So if you're feeling it's time to give therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. So if you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/Campea today and get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Campea.